And now to turn to the topic at hand today, the impact of the pandemic on the child care industry. The economic shock our nation experienced in the spring of this last year was unprecedented. Real gross domestic product declined at an annual rate of over 30%. Our lives were completely upended. While almost no industry was spared from the economic fallout, the child care industry was hit especially hard. Much of the industry had to close completely for large portions of the year. And even those who were able to remain open sometimes had the capacity of no more than a quarter of what it was in the prior year. Thankfully, in the first weeks of this year, we're continuing to see an economic turnaround. In many respects, the economic rebound of the last few months is unparalleled. However, not everyone has been fortunate enough to see their situation improve, and we continue to hear stories of too many families struggling. To address the pandemic's consequences, Congress provided nearly $700 billion in supplemental appropriations, accompanied by hundreds of billions of dollars more from other mandatory entitlement extensions. Of the appropriated dollars, an overwhelming 63%, or $434 billion, was for this subcommittee, with $13.5 billion exclusively to support child care access for low-income families. The last supplemental passed just a few weeks ago included $10 billion to support this critical industry to aid our continued economic recovery. I've been proud to support all of these bills and believe they've done much to ward off what could have been an even more severe economic fallout. Prioritizing funding for child care and providing options for parents to get back to work has been something both Republicans and Democrats have been able to support. I think in addition to ensuring child care options remain available to parents, we also need to ensure our public schools begin opening their doors to students. There's no substitute for in-person learning. As we consider additional resource needs, I hope we can also focus on reopening our public schools. As we look towards industries still in distress, we need to allow the resources appropriated just a few weeks ago to make their way into our local communities. I believe we need to see who is still being left out of the recovery and tailor future efforts for those who truly need it. The pandemic has shed light on gaps in data and national statistics. In many cases, we still lack the information needed on how to target relief to achieve maximum benefit. There's also increasing concern that we are no longer focusing on families in need of assistance, but providing subsidies to the well-to-do who do not need it. I hope we can address those questions today. But I want to thank our witnesses for volunteering their time and their expertise. I had the opportunity to read their excellent testimony last night, and I look forward to hearing each of your recommendations this morning. And with that, Madam Chair, I yield back the balance of my time.